Sports pregame show.
We have started the big countdown, and the hour is almost here. But before we celebrate at midnight, we welcome you to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is very exciting.
Yes.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, they certainly feel like they're a better team than their record might indicate. A chance tonight to prove it as they take on a team above them in the standings. And guys, still some time left till tip-off. Let's talk scoring. Kenny, how did you look to establish yourself at that end of the floor, and when did you know you were in for a big night?
Well, for me, it was just about getting the basketball in the right areas of the floor, either off the dribble or off the pass. So if I knew if I got to certain areas of the floor, I was going to be able to score and have a big night. The defense tried to dictate that, but you have to try to dictate it and overpower that mentally.
Well, I wanted to go out and average 28-10. So 28 divided by 4 quarters, 7 points a quarter. My goal was to be on the attack, try to get to the rim every time, hit as many free throws as I could. If I had double digits after the first quarter, it's over. The diesel will come. It smells blood.
So just 7 points a quarter. That's all you were looking for.
Yes.
And how many rebounds per quarter were you looking for?
4.
Yeah, but that gives you 16 rebounds instead of 10.
I smell blood, Ernie.
I'm going to change the subject. That's it
off.
for now. Thanks for tuning in.
Shack it up.
Leave me alone. Hands off. Kenny, help.
Help!
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. The Warriors are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
You know what? They're almost perfect in their approach right now. I mean, mentally, physically, strategically, everything seems to have fallen into place. They're bound to hit a bump at some point in the road, but right now, everything is all systems go.
Yeah, you're right on top of it, Greg. It's hard to find fault with the way they've been playing at the moment. I mean, their confidence level continues to rise and grow with every win, and you can not only see it, but I think it's palpable. You can feel it.
Now, Golden State's starting 5. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. It's stolen by Green. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
On the free throw, no good.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke. We had a chance to talk with head coach Kevin McHale.
He talked about the impact of opposing big man Andrew Bogut, saying there just aren't that many 7-footers with his kind of game. A great interior defender first and foremost. We can't get tunnel vision when we attack the rim. He's got size and strength, and we can't allow him to bully us for offensive rebounds. Let's see if they can keep Bogut from having a big game, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
And here is Curry following Ty Lawson's three. Green, the screen. And here's Barnes for three. It's rebounded by Houston. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Yeah, they got that second chance by virtue of forcing the overtime, and then things really swung in their favor after that.
A follow, no good.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Curry attacking. Cannot hit. The Rockets go the other way with it. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. No good from Lawson.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man. And just he has an air about it.
First trip to the line for him here.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Here's Bogut following the basket by Kevin Love. Green with a screen for Curry. And the Warriors miss again. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Lawson kicks to Brewer. Back to Lawson. Lawson can't get that one to fall.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
4 on the shot clock. On its way from Curry for 2. Drops one in from the wing. Curry's got his first 2 points of the night.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Splitter, that's good.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Thompson for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. The last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
Now here's Green. Aaron Aflalo missing his last shot. Curry outside. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. Rockets trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Lawson drives in, and the basket good. Lawson's got 5 now.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now, here is Lawson. He had 13 points in the win against Atlanta. In the corner, Aflalo with it. Love at the elbow. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Warriors leading by 4. Barnes with it. Now Lawson defending. Outside, Green. Thompson in the corner. Five on the clock. Shot from 16. Love grabs the board. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Lawson's against Thompson. The open shot by Brewer. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got 3 assists now in this one. You know, Clark, the one thing you can say about Ty Lawson is his awareness around the floor. He's just ubiquitous, and his court vision is incredible.
Excellent peripheral vision. He averaged almost 10 assists a game last season. That's the best year of his career thus far.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And for Ty Lawson, playmaking isn't a concern. He's got that. His shooting accuracy, though, seems to drop every year. In fact, the last 2 years have been the worst of his career.
Terrence Jones is checked in for Houston. The Warriors also with a sub. Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. Now here's Thompson. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And he also made his presence felt on the defensive side as well. 3 block shots were registered in that game.
Yeah, you know, going back to Lawson's declining shooting percentage, really no apparent reason for it. Last year he launched the fewest threes in his past 4 seasons, but he still couldn't find the rhythm, and it really hurt his team down the stretch.
Curry passes to Spates. Green dishes to Thompson. Green with a screen for Thompson. Back to Green. Here's Spates. And that one's good. Spates has got his first basket.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Houston making some changes. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for Brewer. Thornton comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. Golden State also making some changes. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Thompson. Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
There's Green with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Rockets trail by 4. And Beverly kicks to Thornton. Here's McDaniels. Another miss by Houston. Warriors have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Outside, Green. There's a screen. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. You look at Houston. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors, down 4 spots from them.
And for the Warriors, their season has been exactly the kind of misadventure their fans were afraid it might be.
Yeah, it's been ugly. I mean, we knew things were going to have to fall into perfect place for them to contend, but nothing did.
Now Curry, following the 3-point attempt by Kevin Love. The shot by Curry, no good. Dishes it to Beverly. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside, Green. There's the dish to Spates. The 11-footer. And that one hits back iron. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And they played with such tenacity on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, it takes a lot of pressure off of them when they go on offense.
And I think you've got to give all the guys credit. I mean, plenty of credit to go around. You can't just highlight or pick out one or two guys that stood out, because everybody did defensively.
Warriors leading by 4. Porter dishes to Curry. Feeds it to Porter. Green kicks to Curry. Down low and stolen by Thornton. They need this one. Love with another miss.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Golden State moving the ball around. And Spates gets it to go.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Rockets shooting just 35% to start the game. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. 1:41 left here in the opening quarter. 5 to shoot. Love goes in. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. And for Iguodala, some have said he's unselfish, Clark, to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, a great athlete and ball handler, I think he could be much more aggressive looking to attack off the dribble. He's really unique, though, a player who puts his emphasis on the defensive end and does a really good job at that end of the floor.
That one misses for Love.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6 going into the final games.
Now here's Iguodala. He had 10 points in the win against the Mavericks in Dallas. That's good. And the Warriors lead by 6. 1:11 left in the first quarter. Barbosa against Beverly. Out to the right wing. Here's McDaniels. Hits the three-point bomb. McDaniels got himself on the board with 3 there. Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the number 2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in second in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
Now, here's Beverly. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. That ties it up.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line. And that sends Draymond Green to the free throw line. That's on Terrence Jones. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 at the line here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
On the free throw, no good. And for Houston, they're shooting to start out this game about 43%. That's good. Thornton's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Beverly against Barbosa. Green, the screen. It could go. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's a tie game here in Houston. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor. I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets, Lawson out there with a foul. Then it's Corey Brewer. Then it's Splitter, and it's Jones in at the power forward. And here is Brewer after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Here's a Flalo. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Warriors leading. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Such a wide-open look.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Lawson's against Thompson. Lawson the pass to a foul. Splitter kicks to Brewer. On the wing of Flalo. On the left block. Got a piece of it. Here's Porter. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Now here's Lawson. He has 5. Pass to a flood. Halt the run. Offensive rebound. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Andrew Bogut. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Good on both. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Here's Thompson. Can't get it to go. And the Rockets take it the other way. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Barnes against Splitter. Clock at 6. And Lawson with the drive. Rebounded by Bogut.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And a moment now to see the numbers for Bogut. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 3rd in blocks. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And I like the fact that he's committed to dominating in that category as a shot blocker. His awareness and hustle really off the charts.
Now here's Splitter. 14 points from him the last game against Atlanta.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Ty Lawson.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever. But also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Here's Lawson. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. In the corner, it's Splitter. For the three. No good from Lawson.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Thompson with it, now guarded by Aflalo. Curry against Lawson. Bogut with a screen on Lawson. Lawson against Curry. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. In a moment now to see nice three-point percentage numbers on this list. A look at the leaderboard showing us the most accurate three-point shooting two men in the league. Fifth on the list, Klay Thompson.
These guys are gunners. I mean, they've got the green light at all times because of their three-point shooting. I mean, they are cash money.
Well, when they're shooting the percentages they shoot, I mean, you never want to see these guys passing up an open look from beyond the arc. I mean, they're firmly in the let-it-fly zone. All systems go with them.
Here is Splitter. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. The pass to Brewer.
Boy, they're really struggling right now in a big way.
Hits the front of the rim and out. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game. Warriors leading by 4. Curry with it. A 20-point game for him in the win against Dallas. Kicks it to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Fires it up. And the Warriors get it back. Goes back up.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Jones dishes to Aflalo. Lawson outside. From downtown, and he gets it to go. Lawson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Now here's Curry. He's got 9. Pass to Bogut. Barnes sets a screen for Bogut. And Curry, here we go. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Curry's got 11 points. Rockets trail by 3. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, those are good points. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
And here's Thompson after Aaron Aflalo getting his shot to go from deep. Thompson against Lawson. Splitter kicks to Brewer. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Fades back. It's rebounded by Golden State. Porter's got 8 rebounds in this game. Curry outside. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Kevin Love's checked in for Splitter. Thornton comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Ty Lawson. And here's Beverley after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Terrence Jones.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Thompson misses.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. You're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Love the pass to Beverly. That falls. Great assist by Love. Beverly's got his first 2 points.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go and went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them were close ones. I think most fans are pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
And the basket by Curry.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Beverly. And there's the feed to Thornton. Jones sets the pick for Thornton. Nifty move. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Daniels, he's checked in for Brewer. So it's the Rockets now, trailing by 2, just 3 to shoot. A second chance effort. Jones kicks to McDaniels. And some nice passing there by Houston. And Houston again with the bucket. And here is Curry. He's got 17. He feeds it to Spates. There's the screen. Pass to Thompson. He dishes it to Curry. Launches a 3. The Rockets pull it in. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now Jones, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Now here's Spates. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. Thompson misses.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Beverly dishes to Thornton. Love outside. Tries it from 9. The Warriors pull it in. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Guys, you gotta love the versatility of Klay Thompson. He provides so much at that 2-guard position.
Well, he can defend 3 positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the 2-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
And Thompson's certainly in the conversation for the best 2-way shooting guard in basketball. There's really not much he doesn't do well.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Here's Barbosa. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Shot's good. 6 points for Kevin Love.
And Thompson's much more active running the pick and roll lately. A great pocket passer, and of course, the defense has to stay glued to him because of that ability to knock down shots.
Now here's Thompson. 9 points in the game so far. Dishes it to Barbosa. To the paint. Lets it go from 11, and Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 5 rebounds tonight. Thornton passes to Jones. Love inside, working on Thompson. Love with the bucket. But this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
They've been outstanding from three-point range in this quarter.
The Rockets trail. Here's Beverly. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Kept alive. Outside for Thornton. Jones sets the pick for Thornton. There's 38 seconds left in the first half. A second chance effort. Green with the block.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Rockets trail by 3. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now Beverly. He kicks to McDaniels. Love with the screen on Green. Here's McDaniels. He sinks the 11-footer. McDaniels got 10.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
When you're hot, you're hot. And he is absolutely scorching.
Barbosa kicks to Thompson. For the 3. Can't get it to go. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Warriors lead by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sidelines. Doris?
Well, Ty, you certainly were effective both as a playmaker and a scorer. What's been your approach in penetrating the defense?
Just to start an attack. More I was trying to find my teammates. I realized when I attack, get to the paint, they become open to it. If not, I'm a scorer. So that's all I've been trying to do the last couple games.
Either way works, Ty. Great job. Gentlemen, back to you at the table.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 17 points and 1 assist. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives the team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you gotta ride them, cowboy.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.